Hey, just pulled into the driveway and I want to share something with you. When I was first hired as an automotive instructor, I may have worn the title, but I didn't believe it yet. On paper it said I was a teacher, but in my head, I kept waiting for somebody to come along and tap me on the shoulder and say, "We made a mistake." And I think back, and there was 3 things that held me back, that blocked me. The first, I came through schooling in the special education system. Reading and writing, it's always been hard for me, and it still is. And because of that, I really never felt qualified to be a teacher. Teachers were able to read and write and not have misspelt words, and were able to talk smoothly. That wasn't me. Still isn't. Second, I wonder if I actually knew enough. If I knew the automotive electronics and the brakes and the engine performance so that I could actually teach this stuff. And some of those things could be even humble to a senior mechanic. But did I know enough to teach the next generation? Or was I just one chapter ahead of the students? And third, the biggest one, I was teaching kids, teenagers, real humans who are trying to figure out who they are. I asked myself, do I actually have what it takes to inspire them, to help them believe that they can do hard things? Those doubts, they were like blocks in the engine intake system. And here's the thing about a blockage in the intake. The engine can still run, but it's weak, it's sluggish, burns more fuel just to do the basic stuff. And over time, that can damage an engine. And that's what self-doubt is in a person. Around my 3rd or 4th year teaching, we were in the automotive electronics class. The part that most of us dread to talk about, schematics and wires and chaos, really. A whole nother language. But we set out the schematics on the table. I gave students wires, and we were going one step at a time. Painfully slow. Oh, very slow, step by step. I remember students staring at the schematics and like, this is another language. I have no clue what this means. And that could be so intimidating. I remember a question is, this might be a dumb question. And I remember saying, there's no dumb questions, just untested assumptions. We traced the current flow. We talked about Ohm's law, not the formula to memorize, but how it relates to the system. We added bad grounds and watched the circuit fail. We tested it. We fixed it. And then we did it again. And then one more time. And then something happened. I saw it in their face first. That pause, that moment the student clicks. Like, oh, wait. I can use this. I can use this on a car. So I can fix this. Or another student will go, so that's what that means. And at that moment, it's no longer a repetitive moment. It's not writ. It is now answers. It's now diagnostics. It's a moment of application and power and growth. And standing there, watching them come to an understanding about these circuits, something else also cleared too. And that was my self-doubt, my blockage. I realized that my special education background didn't disqualify me. It shaped me. It made me patient. It made me be able to explain things differently 10 different times. It made me an encourager instead of a gatekeeper of knowledge. I realized I didn't need to know everything. I just needed to know that I would be able to walk alongside someone as they learn. And I realized that my job wasn't to impress students with knowledge or pieces of paper on a wall. It was helping them discover that they can do hard things and learn. That day, I stopped doubting myself that I didn't belong as a teacher. Because when you clear the intake, everything runs better. The engine breathes, performance returns, fuel gets where it needs to be. And if you're listening to this and something feels like it's blocking you in life, hear this clearly. Doubt does not mean you're broken. It means you need something to be cleared. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be polished. You just have to show up and do the work in front of you. You're more capable than you really think you are. And sometimes the very thing you believe is holding you back might be the key someone else needs to unlock their blockage. So you're not alone. God loves you. I love you. Until we ride again. Thank you.